Hello and welcome here to Marble Falls, Texas for this District 25 5A matchup between the Marble Falls Mustangs and the Liberty Hill Panthers. Liberty Hill coming off a huge win over Cedar Park, the then state-ranked Timberwolves squad, winning 2-1 in 7 innings, mainly based off, or 3-1, excuse me, mainly based off a huge pitching performance from Blaze Milam. It looks to be as for the Mustangs, they come into this game 2-8 in district play and have lost their last. So I pull it up here. And have lost their last 4 to Rouse, Cedar Park, Georgetown, and Leander. They'll look to upset the Panthers tonight, who are looking to get back on track after a solid win over Cedar Park. Looking to get back on track into that playoffs, into that fourth playoff spot right now. Currently 5th in district with a 3-way tie for 2nd, and Leander at the top after beating Cedar Park and Glen last week. Here at Sears Field in Marble Falls, it looks to be Youth Appreciation Night. As you can see on the left side of your screen there, you can see the Marble Falls Youth Baseball League players lined up there on the third base side, and we are waiting for the start of this ball game. Looks like they're finishing up their field work. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back here for your starting lineups and national anthem.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Texas. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Hey buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, VYPE.com and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
Welcome back here where we're just about to start the coaches meeting here at Sears Field in Marble Falls. Liberty Hill looking to come over here to Marble Falls and get this district win to advance to 7-4 in district play. They're going to be looking at the results tonight of this Leander versus Georgetown game. Looking for a Leander win to push Georgetown tied with the Panthers with a win tonight. And then looking to beat Georgetown next week and take control of that 3rd or 4th playoff spot. Still 4 games left in this district series, and 5 teams from District 25 5A here could win it. Having a little bit of a delay here as we're going to have a scratch from Liberty Hill. Ryan Leary took a little shot in the pregame warm-ups, in and out as they call it. And he will not be starting tonight. Instead, my guess is it will be Ty Maldonado. While we have some free time, we'd like to thank Academy Sports and Outdoors for being the presenting sponsor of Vype Live this spring. For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to gear up and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your local Academy store. Gear up this spring at Academy Sports and Outdoors. I gave a little wave to the Panther dugout. I guess I'm a celebrity tonight. Yeah, I'm just kidding about that. I just know, I mean, I'm friends with most of them in school, so, you know, it's a win-win relationship. I had to come out here and see them play. They get to get talked about to all their friends and family on air. And Coach Hutterson will go to home plate to start this coaches meeting, and we'll get starting lineups and the national anthem, and then we'll head to first pitch of this ball game. I do know for Liberty Hill that Connor Sherburne will be getting the start on the mound. Sherburne was a victim of that loss to Rouse, a 2-1 loss to Rouse, but he pitched an absolute marvelous game. Only allowed those 2 earned runs in the bottom of the first inning, and after that it looked lights out, and he'll be really good. He'll look to continue that success tonight against the Mustangs. Liberty Hill really has had a great pitching staff this season. I mean, consisting of Blaze Milam, Connor Sherburne, Logan Bailey. That trio is going to be really good come playoff time when we can get, if we can make the playoffs. As we are currently in 5th seed, I mean, I'm hoping we can win these last 4 district games because, I mean, the team's really looking the best they have all year. If we can win these last 4 district games, go into the playoffs, we have 3 solid starters in the aforementioned Blaze Milam, Connor Sherburne, and Logan Bailey, which could really put Liberty Hill on the potential to make a deep playoff run if their bats can come alive here. Looks like home plate umpire will give his little ground rules here at Sears Field in beautiful Marble Falls, Texas. If you were able to watch the when football season came around, if you were able to watch that game, you could see the football stadium and the press box there is set up to where it's just a beautiful view looking into the hill country, looking kind of in this eastern direction, looking back towards Liberty Hill almost. And it's a beautiful view from the top of that press box. And it's pretty nice here around this baseball field. I can see to my right out towards the flagpole, which unfortunately tonight our camera angle, you're unable to see the entire field. We had no room in the stands. I had to set up on the side over here by the dugout. But if you can imagine it, we see to my right here, we see the flagpole. And at that flagpole, you can probably see 10 to 20 miles of this beautiful Texas hill country. If you're just joining us, we are waiting first pitch here at Sears Field in Marble Falls, where Liberty Hill will look to move to 7-4 in district play and take control of that 4th playoff spot with the Georgetown loss tonight, who's playing Leander. We will go to the PA for starting lineups and national anthem.
High School and your Marble Falls Mustangs. It's time to meet the starting lineup for tonight's game. For the visiting Panthers, leading off the shortstop, number 9, Ty Maldonado. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 23, Andon Thomas. Batting third, the second baseman, number 8, Jackson Knox. Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 5, Logan Dyer. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 10, Cade Neuenschwander. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 24, Cash Durkin. Batting seventh, left fielder, number 3, Chase Maxwell. Batting eighth, right fielder, number 7, Jack Stabenow. Batting ninth, the catcher, number 2, Garrett Kelly. Welcome the rest of the Panthers and their head coach, Steve Hutcherson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starters for the 2021 Marble Falls Mustangs. They'll be joined tonight with some of their special guests from the Marble Falls Youth Baseball Association. Playing right field, number 7, Luke Dale. Playing center field, number 12, Evan Dukowski. Playing left field, number 13, Cale Cochran. Playing second base, number 10, Jake Becker. Playing shortstop, number 11, Jake Carter. And shortstop. Playing third base, number 15, Trey Gilpin. Playing first base, number 8, Brady Elwatowski. On the plate, number 4, Isaiah Roma. And on the mound, number 22, Hudson McBride. The Mustangs are led by head coach Tyler Porter. We now ask that you rise, gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back here after those starting lineups and the national anthem here at Sears Field in Marble Falls. Marble Falls, the furthest district opponent for these Panthers, also the only district opponent that the Liberty Hill Panthers share in their football district. Marble Falls and Liberty Hill, both 5A D2. That's why they shared that football district with the inner city Austin schools such as Navarro, Crockett, and Travis. On the mound tonight for the Mustangs is going to be number 22, Hudson McBride. McBride, the junior, a tall righty. Will look to shut down this Panther offense here in the first inning. As you probably heard tonight, starting at shortstop is Ty Maldonado. Leary suffered a little bit of an injury, a pregame in and out. Nothing major. He should be back next week. He'll just take a breather for at least the first couple of innings here. And Ty Maldonado will be the leadoff hitter for Liberty Hill. After Maldonado will be Thomas, then Knox, followed by Dyer, the cleanup hitter tonight. If you've been tuning into these broadcasts or been at the games for Liberty Hill, that's been the common lineup all year, and it's been working for him as of late. Youth Appreciation Night here at Sears Field, as you saw during the starting lineup for the Mustangs. Several Marble Falls youth baseball players went out to the positions with the respective starters. Always a fun night, and I know Liberty Hill has a Youth Appreciation Night coming up as well. McBride just about finished with his warm-up, and a good throw down from Isaiah Sherman, and we're about ready for first pitch here at Sears Field. Maldonado at the plate, leading off for Liberty Hill. Trying to get that camera in a more favorable position here. There you go. Once again, I apologize. I'm on the side here at Marble Falls, unable to be behind home plate due to spacing. First pitch here from McBride to Maldonado. Fastball, chased for strike one. Oh, 0-1 count to Maldonado after the first pitch strike from McBride. Pitch here. That curveball way high. Works a count to 1-1. McBride getting the start for the Mustangs tonight. We'll look to give them a chance at the win here. Pitch. That one fouled back by Maldonado, just a bit early on it. Fouled it straight back into the netting. Works the count to 1-2 on the leadoff hitter. McBride from the stretch. Pitch. That curveball hit into left field. That ball will be down for a leadoff single from Maldonado. Good job by Maldonado of staying back on that curveball, hitting it hard into left field. That leadoff single will bring up number 23, Andon Thomas.
Designated hitter, Andon Thomas.
Thomas, the designated hitter tonight, hitting for the pitcher, Connor Sherburne. He'll face McBride in his first at-bat of the game. McBride checks Maldonado. First pitch to Thomas. Fastball in there for strike one. Oh, 1 count to Thomas after the first pitch fastball. McBride set. That pitch. Curveball low. Maldonado going. Roman behind the plate, not able to get a clean transfer, and Maldonado will steal second base. 1-1 count. That curveball from McBride there was low, and Thomas now has a 1-1 count. McBride working from the stretch with a runner on second base for Liberty Hill. Thomas shows bunt. McBride will check Maldonado at second base. Thomas will look to lay this bunt down the third base line, advance his runner over to third. McBride taking a sign from his catcher, Roman. Now checking Maldonado. Now set. Thomas shows bunt early. They pick second base. Maldonado back in time. Wind blowing in here. Out of left field, right at our camera setup, as you can probably tell. McBride now set with a 1-1 count to Thomas. That fastball is missed on the bunt attempt. Maldonado leaning a little bit towards third base. Is able to get back on the throwdown from Roman. There are no outs here in the top of the first of this District 25 5A matchup. Andon Thomas will now be swinging with a 1-2 count. McBride, pitch, curveball, hit to right field. Foul, right short of the wall. I lost the ball off the bat there. Hence the little delay while I was looking to find it. That ball was just foul. Otherwise it would have been a double and an RBI for Thomas. Two hard contacts off of curveballs early from McBride. Thomas will look to stay alive here on this pitch. McBride set. Checks Maldonado. Goes to the plate. That fastball way high, past Roman. Maldonado will be up at third easy. Thomas now with a 2-2 count will look to get an RBI. Ball in the air, or ball on the ground past the infield. Scores a run here. Thomas, 2-2 count as McBride comes set. Pitch to Thomas. Fastball, low, works the count to 3-2. Thomas will step back into the box now with a full count. McBride will look to attack the strike zone here. McBride set. Pitch to Thomas. That one fouled back by Thomas. Doing a good job of staying alive against McBride. Full count for Thomas. Maldonado on third base. Liberty Hill looking to strike here in the top of the first. Pitch from McBride. That one hit hard down the right field line, past the first baseman. Maldonado will score, and Thomas will have an RBI single. That ball hit hard into right field for an RBI single, and now Liberty Hill leads 1-0 here in the top of the first. Home plate umpire going to tell Liberty Hill to stay in the dugout there. It's a common pet peeve of umpires at the high school level. And now, Thomas on first base. Jackson Knox steps into the plate, the senior second baseman. They'll pick Thomas. Thomas back easily. McBride facing Knox. Knox looking to extend the scoring for Liberty Hill. First pitch curveball, high. Knox has a first pitch ball. Knox will take his signs from Coach Hutcherson on third base. And now back up to the plate. Knox committed to Tyler Junior College. Will face McBride at this at bat. Pitch to Knox. Runner goes. Thomas is there in time. Second baseman Jake Becker for the Mustangs unable to field it cleanly. And Thomas with a stolen base. Liberty Hill here with 2 stolen bases early. And now a runner in scoring position for the 3-hole hitter Jackson Knox. McBride set. Knox with a 2-0 count at the plate. Pitch to Knox. Knox shows bunt. Foul. Off the plate. Now work his count to 2-1. Knox trying to move over Thomas. McBride with a 2-1 count to Knox. Thomas on second base for Liberty Hill. McBride set. I'll check Thomas at second base. Now McBride taking his sign from Roman. Knox showing bunt early. Misses that bunt attempt. Thomas will have to get back to second base. He does. And now Knox will have a 2-2 count. He'll have to swing here. This happened with Thomas. Thomas able to give the RBI single to advance Maldonado. Knox will look to do the same here against McBride. McBride. Pitch to the plate. A curveball. Hit into center field for a single. Thomas being waved around, then stopped. And now, Liberty Hill will have runners at the corners after that single from Jackson Knox on a curveball. Curveball hit weakly into center field, just enough for a single for Knox. Now, runners on the corners. Logan Dyer will step up to the plate. The sophomore outfielder has gotten every district start this year at center field. He'll look to drive in a few runs here at this at bat. McBride set. First pitch to Dyer. Dyer shows bunt. Past the first baseman. Thomas will score easily. Dyer will be out at first base. A good safety squeeze there from Dyer. And now Liberty Hill will lead 2-0 with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Good bunt there from Dyer to get past the pitcher. Give Thomas the easy scoring opportunity at the plate. Now, runner on second base and Jackson Knox for Cade Noonschwander. Noonschwander, the sophomore third baseman, will face McBride for his first at bat. McBride checks Knox. Checks him again. Goes to the plate. First pitch curveball in the dirt. Good block by Roman behind the plate for the Mustangs. A 1-0 count for Noonschwander. McBride set. Picks second base. Knox back in time. Jake Becker covering for the Mustangs. McBride now set. Pitch to Nunschwander. That fastball hit into left field. Left fielder going back on it, able to make the catch for out number 2. Good contact there from Nunschwander. Just missed it a little bit. And it was right at the left fielder. Now 2 outs. Cash Durkin heads to the plate with a runner in scoring position. Durkin been swinging a hot bat recently after a slow start to his district campaign. First pitch from McBride here. Delivers. That fastball hits the outside corner for strike 1. McBride taking a sign from Roman. Jackson Knox on second base. Pitch. That fastball hit down the right field line. And that ball is going to be called fair for a home run for Cash Durkin. First home run for the Panthers of this district season. And Cash took that one out down the right field line. You know, I'm going to make a note here. When I arrived here, Panthers during BP, Cash Durkin took one out center field on a line. Durkin has the power. It's good to see him swinging well here in district play. That one was a right at the foul pole. Home plate umpire called it fair. And Durkin, with a 2-run home run, gives the Panthers a lead at 4-0. I'm sure you heard the little hesitation in my voice and no applause. Nobody knew if that one was fair or foul. Called fair. Panthers lead 4-0 now. First pitch to Maxwell is a curveball in the dirt. Works the count to 1-0. If you're just joining us, Liberty Hill leading 4-0 now in the top of the first inning after some early offensive success off the Mustang pitcher in McBride. This pitch to Maxwell. Fastball in the dirt. Works the count to 2-0. Bride. Pitch here. That fastball low. Maxwell now with a 3-0 count. McBride a little flustered out there on the mound. Good reason to be. There are 4 runs here in the first inning. And a monster home run from Cash Durkin. That pitch to Maxwell. That one's way inside. Maxwell will take the 4-pitch walk. Sort of surprised here to not see Mustang coaching staff go check on McBride here. But after the 4-pitch walk, we'll see Jack Stavinoa at the plate. Stavinoa has power as well. Could hit one out here with the wind blowing out towards right field. Maxwell goes first pitch. He will be up in time after the shortstop Carter missed the throw from Roman. And now another stolen base for Liberty Hill. Brings their total to 3. And Stavinoa will have a runner in scoring position in his first at-bat here in the top of the first inning. Liberty Hill looking to bat around here against the Mustangs. McBride checks Maxwell. Pitch to the plate. That curveball in the dirt brings the count to 1-1. Stavinoa, the starting right fielder tonight for Liberty Hill, looking to extend the scoring attack here in this first inning. That pitch from McBride. Fastball, check swing. They're going to say he held it back and works the count to 2-1. McBride taking a sign from Roman. Maxwell on second base for Liberty Hill. Pitch to Stavinoa. Fastball off the outside half of the plate. Works the count to 2-2. McBride set. Pitch. That one kind of half-heartedly swung on by Stavinoa for out number 3, but not before Liberty Hill could manufacture 4 runs, highlighted by a Durkin 2-run home run. I'm Jason Heaver, and you're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Texas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back here to Sears Field in Marble Falls, where Liberty Hill able to jump out to an early 4-0 lead, and they'll look to continue that through the later innings. But right now, Connor Sherburne will take the mound for Liberty Hill, and he'll look to be as dominant as he was in his last performance against the Roush Raiders here tonight against the Mustangs. If you weren't here for pregame, Sherburne in his last outing went 7 innings, 2 earned runs, both coming in the bottom of the first to a strong Rouse team. Just was unable to get any offensive support, and unfortunately took the loss there in that one. Sherburne, though, looked dominant after the first inning, and he'll look to carry that over into tonight and bring the Panthers home a W. Already has his run support in the first inning there, after a Durkin home run and 2 RBIs from Andon Thomas, and then Logan Dyer on a safety squeeze. Good throw there from Garrett Neely down to second base, the starting catcher tonight. And it will bring the leadoff hitter for the Mustangs, Jake Carter, to the plate. Carter, the Mustang shortstop, will look to get some retaliation for the Mustangs.
The shortstop, number 11, Jake Carter.
Sherburne will work from the windup, and his first pitch to Carter. That one fouled up in the infield. Knox calling it, able to make the catch for out number 1. Good start for Sherburne here in the bottom of the first inning. Quick start as well. Brings up number 10, Jake Becker now. 2-hole hitter for the Mustangs. First pitch to Becker. In there for strike 1. Sherburne able to use a fastball-curveball combination. Good control of the curveball. Can use it at any count as he throws a second pitch here to Becker. Curveball grounded to Noonschwander. Fielded cleanly, thrown across the diamond. A little wide. Durkin unable to get it. And Becker will reach second after the little error there from Durkin. I'm not sure the error's on Durkin there, actually. I'm going to say that throw is wide from Noonschwander, because that's what Liberty Hill was most upset about. But now, Becker on second base and brings up Luke Nail to the plate. Nail has actually been hot at the plate. Was one of the hitters of the week for Texas 5A baseball just a couple of weeks ago. Sherburne, first pitch to Nail. Grounded to Knox, able to field it cleanly. Throw to Durkin for out number 2. Now with 2 outs. Mustangs able to move. Mustangs able to move Becker over to third base on that ground out by Nail. And he'll bring number 14, John Zamaripa to the plate. Zamaripa, the first baseman tonight, will look to drive in a run for the Mustangs and respond to the Panther offense in the top of the first. This pitch from Sherburne. Fastball, strike 1. Zamaripa faces that second pitch. Curveball, fouled out towards the Mustang dugout. Now with an early 0-2 count, Sherburne will have a few pitches here to try to retire Zamaripa. Sherburne, pitch. That fastball high, called a ball. Good 0-2 count. High fastball always hard to lay off of as a hitter. Working from the windup with Becker at third base is Sherburne. And here's his pitch. That curveball swung on and missed by Zamaripa for out 3. And we will head to the second inning here at Sears Field. And you are listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Texas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back here to Scarce Field in Marble Falls, where Liberty Hill is now back at the plate after a quick inning from Connor Sherburne and the Panther defense. Garrett Neely will lead off this inning as the Panther 9-hole hitter. After him will be Maldonado, then Thomas, followed by Knox. McBride back on the mound for the Mustangs after allowing those 4 earned runs in the top half of the first inning. This pitch to Neely, hit into left field. Left fielder going back on it. That ball to the wall. Neely heading for second base, around second, and he'll be at second base with a leadoff double. Good piece of hitting there by Garrett Neely. He able to hit that ball about 330 feet into left field to one-hop the left center field wall. He'll have a courtesy runner, and Cade McCoy, as Ty Maldonado is at the plate, starting in place of Ryan Leary tonight. Now, good start for the Panthers here. McBride will check McCoy, and he'll face Maldonado. Maldonado shows bunt, unable to lay it down. McCoy gonna have to get back to second base. Able to. He'll advance to third base on that error from Roman. The Mustang middle infield unable to field those throws from Roman cleanly tonight. Now with 1 strike after that missed bunt attempt, Maldonado will be swinging here and will look to drive in a run. McBride back on the mound, back on the rubber, excuse me. And we're in the middle of a wind gust here. A cold north wind. McBride now set, throws to Maldonado. That fastball in the dirt, good block by Roman to keep McCoy at third base for Liberty Hill. 1-1 count to Maldonado. Panther leadoff hitter tonight. McBride set. Pitch here to Maldonado. Curveball. Maldonado way out in front of it. Brings the count to 1-2. McCoy on third base for Liberty Hill. Running for Neely. Maldonado at the plate. Pitch for McBride here. Curveball. High. Brings the count to 2-2. The Mustang faithful wanted that call. That curveball was at about Maldonado's helmet. Now a 2-2 count. McBride set. Here's his pitch to Maldonado. Fastball blown by Maldonado for out number 1. And that strikeout from Maldonado will bring up Andon Thomas to the plate. Thomas in his last at bat, an RBI single down the right field line. Now with the runner on third base, they look to add another RBI to his box score. McBride taking his signs from Roman. Thomas calls time at the plate. McBride and Roman not on the same page. McBride here. Pitch to Thomas. First pitch fastball. Hit hard down the right field line, just foul. Thomas a little in front of it. Absolutely rocketed that fastball near Coach Johns on first base for Liberty Hill. Now McBride set. Pitch to Thomas. That one's in the dirt. Good block by Roman. Brings the count to 1-1. McBride pitched to Thomas. Curveball. Thomas swung through it. And now Thomas will have to protect with a 1-2 count. Liberty Hill looking to capitalize after a leadoff double by Garrett Neely. Neely's been swinging a hot stick recently. Had a double in the last game against Cedar Park to score the first run, and now a double in tonight's game. Maybe a reason he's been getting the starting nod as of late. That fouled ball there by Thomas hit the catcher Roman. Umpire giving him a little bit of time, and now it looks like we're ready to go. McBride now set. Thomas with a 1-2 count at the plate. Pitch, curveball, fouled up towards the Mustang dugout. Roman chasing. Actually, there's going to be a third baseman, Trey Gilpin, unable to make the catch there. Thomas with a second chance after that foul ball, unable to be brought in by the Mustang defense. And he'll look to score. McCoy on third base in this at-bat. McBride set now. Mustang infield in. Pitch. That fastball way high. McBride overthrew that one a little bit. Now a 2-2 count. Thomas looking to reach base somehow, some way. Pitch for McBride. Curveball popped up out of play into the Panthers stands here. Panther fans able to move out of the way of that one. Thomas still with a 2-2 count. Thomas has fouled his last 3 to stay alive here. He's looking to drive in McCoy on third base. McBride now set. Pitch. That fastball's low. Thomas now with a full count. This has been a good at-bat from Thomas, regardless the outcome here on this payoff pitch from McBride. McBride set. Pitch here. Fastball popped up into shallow left field. Left fielder under it. Able to make the catch. McCoy tagging from third base, and he'll be up at the plate for run number 5. That ball not too deep into left field. Panthers opting to test the left fielder's arm here. Left fielder, can't quite tell the number, but it looks to be Cole Cochran. And Andon Thomas will have a sacrifice fly there as McCoy scored as the courtesy runner for Garrett Neely. Now no runners on. 2 outs here in the top of the second for Jackson Knox in his second at bat facing McBride. McBride set. First pitch to Knox. Fastball inside for ball number 1. McBride set now, working to Knox. That curveball finds his zone, brings the count to 1-1. It's a cool spring night here in Marble Falls. Everyone a little bundled up here as we're in probably the mid-50s. This pitch from McBride. That curveball is chased by Knox, brings the count to 1-2. And they'll only continue to get colder as we start to lose sunlight here this evening. McBride set, 1-2 count to Knox. Pitch, that curveball. Knox does a good job of fouling that one back. He'll look for a pitch to hit here. McBride set. Here's the pitch to Knox. That fastball fouled back by Knox again. Panther offense doing a good job tonight of staying alive there at the plate. Means they're seeing the ball well off of McBride. Liberty Hill, if they win this game, will advance to 7-4 in district play. And right now, every win matters for the Panthers. McBride. Here's pitch to Knox. Curveball outside brings the count to 2-2. McBride set. Knox with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Fastball popped out of play near the softball field over here. Brings the count to 2-2. Knox, 2-2 count. Back into the box facing McBride, the junior pitcher for the Mustangs. Here's the pitch. Curveball in the dirt. Knox saw it the whole way, and now bringing the count to 3-2. Full count for Jackson Knox. McBride, the payoff pitch. That fastball hit into left field weakly. That ball will get down, and Knox will have a single after a very good at-bat, working McBride to 8 or 9 pitches there. After that single into left field by Jackson Knox, it'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Logan Dyer.
Center fielder Logan Dyer.
Dyer will look to keep this scoring alive for Liberty Hill here in the top of the second inning with 2 outs. McBride takes a sign, checks Knox. First pitch to Dyer. Fastball grounded to second base. Becker able to make the play. Throw it to first base for out number 3. Liberty Hill able to tack on one more here in the top of the second. And we'll head to the bottom of the second here at Sears Field in Marble Falls. I am Jason Heavner, and you are listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Texas, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who played high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question: so where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer: high school sports.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back here to Sears Field in Marble Falls, where Connor Sherburne back on the mound for the Panthers, and he'll look to keep the Mustangs at 0 as long as he can tonight. Sherburne looks great in that first inning, probably only threw 6 to 8 pitches, and was able to retire the Mustangs without any sort of issues. Now, Evan Nikowski at the plate, the freshman. He'll face Sherburne for his first at bat. First pitch from Sherburne, high fastball, brings the count to 1-0. Nikowski hits that ball into shallow right field. Knox going back on it. Stavinoa able to come in and make the catch for out number 1. That ball hit into the sort of Bermuda Triangle, as Coach Stephen Hutcherson for the Panthers likes to call it. Good job for Stavinoa coming in and being able to make that catch for out number 1. Now Trey Gilpin at the plate for the Mustangs. Sherburne taking a sign from Neely. First pitch, curveball, fouled weakly by Gilpin into the Mustang dugout. That foul ball brings the count to 0-1. Sherburne from the windup. That fastball in there brings the count to 0-2. 0-2 count for Gilpin. Sherburne look to retire him with this one. Fastball in the dirt brings the count to 1-2. Mustangs looking to start something off of Sherburne. Sherburne, pitch here. The fastball grounded to Maldonado, able to field it cleanly, make the throw high into the Panther dugout. Good job backing up there by Neely. Maldonado just sailed that one. Maybe got a little bit excited after fielding it to his left. Would have been a great play. But now, Mustangs will have a runner on first base and will bring up, if I can see his number here. Brings up Hudson McBride here, pitcher tonight. McBride will face Sherburne for the first time. Panthers looking for a ground ball double play here. First pitch from Sherburne, fastball. In there, strike 1, just below the letters. Sherburne taking a sign from Neely with Gilpin on first for the Mustangs. Pitch. That one, fastball finds his zone, brings the count to 0-2. Sherburne not afraid to attack the zone, is willing to pitch to contact, and has had success with that this season. Originally coming off as a reliever, has now found a very solid role as a starter after a solid outing last week against Rouse. That pitch swung on and missed by McBride for out number 2. 3 consecutive fastballs. McBride unable to make a contact with one of them. Now 2 outs. It'll bring up the catcher, Isaiah Stroman. With 2 outs, Roman will look to keep the inning alive for the Mustangs, whereas Sherburne will look to retire him and let the Panther offense go to work again. Sherburne, first pitch to Roman. Hit into right field. Stavinoa coming in on it, able to make the catch for out number 3. We're going to head to the 3rd inning here at Sears Field here in Marble Falls. You are listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, VYPE.com and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
Welcome back here to Marble Falls and Sears Field. And while we have a little bit of downtime before the start of this third inning, we'd like to thank Academy Sports and Outdoors here at Vype Live for being presenting sponsor this spring. For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to gear up and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your local Academy store. Gear up this spring at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Leading off this inning will be Cade Noonschwander, followed by Cash Durkin. Durkin hit that 2-run home run in the first inning, and he'll look to continue his success at the plate this season. Following Durkin will be Maxwell, then Stavanoa, then Neely if we get to him. McBride back on the mound for the Mustangs. Finishes warm-up sequence there as Roman throws that one into center field. They'll field it in, and we'll get this top of this third inning started for you. Noonschwander will lead off the inning for Liberty Hill. McBride working from the stretch. McBride set. First pitch to Noonschwander. High fastball. Called a ball. McBride now set. Pitch 2 to Noonschwander. Is a curveball. Finds the zone. Brings his count to 1-1. Liberty Hill looking to start something here in the top of the third as that curveball from McBride finds his zone on Noonschwander. Brings the count to 1-2. Our wind has changed directions here in Marble Falls. Now coming from behind us instead of from in front of us. That fastball hit past the shortstop by Noonschwander. And another leadoff single for Liberty Hill. Shortstop for the Mustangs, Jake Carter, almost able to make the play. Noonschwander put just enough on it to get that leadoff single. Durkin will face McBride for his second time, with a runner on first base in Noonschwander. McBride set. Will pick first. Noonschwander back in time. First baseman Brady Elort. It's a very long last name, the Mustang first baseman. Now, pitch to Durkin. That curveball, called strike, in at Durkin's ankles there. Will bring the count to 0-1. McBride picks Noonschwander. Noonschwander back in time. 0-1 count to Durkin. That pitch, curveball, runner goes. Noonschwander will be out at second base on a good throw from Roman. And that'll be out number 1 of this top half of this inning. Not sure if that was a delayed steal attempt or just a bad jump from Noonschwander. Regardless, now no runners on for Durkin. Facing McBride. That pitch, fastball, hit into center field. Center fielder going back on it. That ball off the wall for Durkin. Durkin will round second. He'll head for third. And Durkin will be up with a stand-up triple. here tonight against the Mustangs. Durkin swinging the bat really well tonight, and hope to carry that into this last half of this district campaign, and into the playoff season. Durkin started the district series as the cleanup hitter, had no success there, now moved to the 6th hole, and has been raking. Now Maxwell in, looking to drive in Durkin. McBride set. Pitch. That curveball, low for ball number 1. Pitch here. That curveball also in the dirt. Brings the count to 2-0. Rahman doing a good job of blocking, with Durkin on third base looking to score for Liberty Hill. McBride. Pitch to Maxwell. That fastball hits the inside half for strike 1. McBride set. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Finds the outer zone. Works the count to 2-2. Maxwell will have to stay alive here against McBride. Looking to drive in Durkin for Liberty Hill. Pitch here. It's hit to the shortstop. Durkin will score. Shortstop hesitates, and Maxwell will beat it at first. Shortstop was going to hesitate on Durkin. Pump faked to first, and then Maxwell able to beat the throw there. Now Liberty Hill leading 6-0 here at Sears Field in Marble Falls. Now Stavino at the plate. Neely on deck. Neely in his last at bat hit that double off the wall. He'll look to have success if he can reach the plate here. A first pitch swinging by Stavinoa, fouled into the Mustang dugout. Stavinoa will now have an 0-1 count. McBride checks Maxwell, now set. Still set. Pitch to the plate. That curveball way high. Brings the count to 1-1. Stavinoa looking to keep the Panther rally alive. That fastball outside brings his count to 2-1. Liberty Hill has been able to score in all 3 innings so far, posting 4 in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 so far here in the top of the third. McBride taking his signs from Roman. Now set. Pitch. Fastball. Outside. Delayed steal. Maxwell up easy. Roman tried to frame that fastball. Maxwell was nearly to second base before he threw it. Looks like the Mustangs are sending Bryce Atkinson to the pin. And Stavino with a 3-1 plate, or 3-1 count at the plate, excuse me. McBride checks Maxwell. Pitch to Stavinoa is in the dirt. Maxwell stealing third. He'll be up. And now Liberty Hill will have runners at the corners for number 2, Garrett Neely. Neely once again doubled in that first at-bat. Will look to drive in a Panther run here in the top of the third. He's taking his signs from Coach Hutcherson on third base, and he'll step into the box. McBride checks Stavino on first base, checks him again. Now set. First pitch to Neely. Fastball, swung on and missed. Neely wanted to hit that one over the fence. Back into the box now after that first pitch swinging. 0-1 count. Here's a pitch from McBride. Curveball. Hit to the first baseman through the hole. And Neely will have an RBI. And will advance Stavinoa to third base. Liberty Hill now up 7-0 on that RBI single through the hole at first base by Garrett Neely, who McCoy will come in as a courtesy runner once again. Now Liberty Hill still with runners on the corners for shortstop Ty Maldonado. Maldonado in his third at bat, the Panther leadoff hitter tonight, filling in for Ryan Leary, who will be back when needed. McBride now will pick. He'll check first. Now McBride will look to throw the first pitch here to Maldonado. He's set. First pitch. Curveball in there. Crossed a little high. Called strike one. Liberty Hill trying to end this game early tonight. Trying to get 10 after 5, I believe. That pitch in the dirt. Maldonado chases. And now an 0-2 count. That swing almost looked like he was committed to swinging before that pitch left McBride's hand. Runners on the corner for Liberty Hill. Currently leading 7-0 in the top of the third. That fastball in the dirt. Maldonado able to watch it that time. One-two count to Maldonado with one out here in the top half of the third. McBride set, delivers. Runner goes. He'll be up easy. McCoy. Now Liberty Hill will have runners on second and third. Two runners in scoring position for Maldonado. On deck is Andon Thomas. McBride, here's the pitch. That fastball in the dirt. McBride not happy on the mound. Worked Maldonado to an 0-2 count. Has been unable to find a zone. Now, full count for Maldonado. Pitch from McBride. Fastball finds a zone. Shallow center for Maldonado. Pop up. Caught. Stavinoa will tag. He'll be up. McCoy will also tag, and he'll be up at third base. Now, Liberty Hill leads 8-0 with two outs here in the top of the third. Now McCoy on third base, able to tag on that fly ball to center field by Maldonado, who got the sac fly RBI there. Thomas now at the plate looking to drive in McCoy. McBride set. Pitch. Grounded hard to the first baseman. Unable to make the play. McCoy will score. Thomas will round first, and he'll stay there for an RBI single. Liberty Hill now leads 9-0 here in the top of the third inning. Thomas on first base for the Panthers.
Number 8, Jackson Knox.
And Jackson Knox will come to the plate as Coach Tyler Porter will go and talk to McBride. Looks like they're going to call in a reliever here. He's seen enough. And if that's the case, we'll take a short break and be back here in a minute. We're just waiting to see if they're going to make the pitching change or if they're just going to delay here. This could just be a little delay. If I was Coach Porter here, he tried to get McBride out of this inning, put in a new pitcher in the top of the fourth. Down 9-0. It's not a must-win at bat facing Knox, excuse me. Looks like McBride is going to stay in this one. They're just going to do their best to give the reliever in the pin, I believe Bryce Atkinson, as much time as possible. Home plate umpire going to go in this one now. McBride will stay in the game, and he'll face Knox in his third at bat. Knox now. First pitch from McBride. Fastball low for ball number 1. Thomas on first base after that RBI single down the first base line. McBride set. Pitch up plate. Curveball. Knox watches it for strike 1. One count to Knox. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Pitch, fastball, popped up here. Roman unable to find it. Pitcher McBride unable to make the catch. In fair play, and Knox will have a single on the pop fly by Knox there. McBride fielded that one in fair play. Bounced off of his hand into foul play. Knox already jogging towards the dugout. Reverse direction and took his single there. And now runners on first and second for Liberty Hill, and Logan Dyer at the plate. Mustangs just have no momentum right now. Liberty Hill been swinging the bat well, and we'll look to continue it here with Dyer. McBride set, checks Thomas at second base. First pitch to Dyer. Curveball. McBride will pick Thomas at second base. Thomas back in time. Liberty Hill has scored 4 runs so far here in the top of the third. Looking to continue that with Dyer here. McBride, pitch to Dyer. That fastball, low and away, brings his count to 2-0. If McBride, if you think here, if McBride walks Dyer here, they'll bring in Atkinson, who's been in the bullpen for the Mustangs. They'll pick Thomas. Thomas saw that one all the way. They threw it into center field. Thomas will advance to third base, and they'll hold him there. This is a type of ball game where you won't see any steals or any excessive base running here from the Panthers. Up 9-0 already in this district ball game, which will likely be ended short due to run rules. McBride now set, runners on the corners. Pitch to Dyer. That fastball, a little bit off the plate, called a strike. Help McBride out there. And now Dyer will have a 2-1 count. Pitch to Dyer. It's fouled off to Coach Hutcherson there on the third base line. Now Dyer with a 2-2 count on that fastball, which Dyer fouled off there. Runners on the corners for Liberty Hill, looking to extend this lead to double digits with Dyer at the plate. Pitch, curveball. Dyer doing a good job staying alive. Fouls that one straight back. Cade Noonschlander, the on-deck batter, will go jog and get that one and toss it to the home plate umpire. McBride looking to get the Mustangs out of this inning. Set. Pitch to Dyer. Fastball grounded through the hole between third and shortstop. Thomas will score. Knox will stay at second base. Dyer will stay at first after the RBI single by Logan Dyer there. Liberty Hill will now lead 10-0. And now, after that RBI single, Coach Porter will come out for the Mustangs, and he'll bring in a reliever to just hopefully get the Mustangs out of this inning. We'll take a short break and be back here when play resumes. I'm Jason Keebner, and you are listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh,
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Texas who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play. And you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back here to Sears Field in Marble Falls at Marble Falls High School, where the Liberty Hill Panthers have jumped out to a 10-0 lead here in the top of the third inning, facing the Marble Falls Mustangs in this District 25 5A matchup. The other district matchups going on tonight are going to be Rouse versus Eastview, Leander versus Georgetown, and Cedar Park versus Glenn. As the district standings stand right now, Liberty Hill currently 5th, really looking for a win tonight. As the top 4 go to playoffs, as we have 4 more games in this district season, Liberty Hill looking to finish the season on a win streak and claim one of those 4 playoff spots. One of the key matchups tonight is going to be that Leander versus Georgetown. Liberty Hill really looking for a Leander win, and then for Liberty Hill to beat Georgetown in our next appearance against each other, which would really give Liberty Hill a convincing edge for that 4th or 3rd playoff spot. Another possible ability is Cedar Park, losing their last 2, could be upset by Glenn tonight, which would actually really help the Panthers, as they would be tied in that in the head-to-head matchups. They'd both be 1-1, which would result in a play-in game. And if Liberty Hill keeps their momentum going, that'd be really good for the Panthers. I'd like their chances in it. But if we get those district scores by the end of this game, I'll be sure to let you know, as looks like our new pitcher for the Mustangs is going to be Atkinson. And he'll face Noonschwander for his first hitter of the game. Atkinson checks Knox. Checks him again. First pitch. They're going to call time at the plate. Noonschwander able to call time there just before Atkinson started his delivery. Atkinson, first pitch to Noonswander, is a fastball off the plate for ball 1. Big wind gust right now as Atkinson pitch. His fastball swung on and missed by Noonschwander, brings the count to 1-1. To 1-1 count for Noonschwander. Atkinson looking to get the Mustangs out of this top half of the third. Pitch, curveball. Noonschwander grounds it foul down the third baseline. And now Noonschwander will have a 1-2 count. Looking to stay alive with Knox on second base and Dyer on first. Liberty Hill currently leading 10-0 here in the top half of this third inning. Atkinson, set, pitch, high fastball, Nunschwander able to lay off of it. Brings the count to 2-2. Some frustration from the Marble Falls dugout there from Coach Tyler Porter. And it's an upsetting game if you're a Mustang fan. It's hard to see a team come into your home field, put up 10 in 3 innings, and hold you to nothing and be happy. It's hard to be happy with that result. This pitch to Nunschwander, curveball behind Nunschwander, brings the count to 3-2. Full count to Nunschwander. Nunschwander will look to keep this scoring inning alive for the Panthers and bring up Cash Durkin, who's on deck right now. Atkinson checks, knocks, pitch. That fastball's in the dirt. We'll load the bases for Cash Durkin, the hottest hitter on the field right now. Looks like Roman is going to give maybe a play here. Never mind, he's just going to go walk out in front of the mound there, or the home plate there. Now Durkin with the bases loaded will look to put some more RBIs on his already impressive chart for the night. Atkinson set, his first pitch to Durkin. Fastball popped up down the left field line. Gilpin going after it, unable to run it down. Now just be strike one for Durkin. Durkin looking to make solid contact again here. In the first inning, hit that 2-run home run down the right field line. In his last at bat, off the wall in center field for a triple. Durkin in the box now against Atkinson. Atkinson. Pitch to Durkin here. Fastball inside, brings the count to 1-1. Bases loaded for the Panthers, looking to extend their lead even further with Durkin at the plate. Pitch here from Durkin. That's a curveball. Pitch to Durkin, excuse me there. That curveball from Atkinson was high and away, works the count to 2-1. Two-one count for Durkin, facing Atkinson. Atkinson set. Delivers. That fastball's low, works the count to 3-1. 3-1 count for Durkin. Atkinson not giving him anything really good to hit here. A walk does score a Panther run. Atkinson, pitch here. That fastball's high, popped up into left field by Durkin. Left fielder for the Mustangs, able to make the catch for out number 3. But not before Liberty Hill able to put up 5 runs here in the top half of this third inning. And they'll look to keep the Mustangs at 0 as we head to the bottom half of the third. I am Jason Hebner, and you are listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Honey, isn't it amazing?
What?
The sacrifice, the dedication, the grit. I mean, they really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Today's high school athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes.
Well, who?
The officials.
Oh.
Today's student athletes are truly special, but there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games too, like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all? We need more qualified high school officials here in Texas. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Ralph!
Yeah!
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Welcome back here to Sears Field in Marble Falls, where Liberty Hill has jumped to a 10-0 lead. The offense has really been performing here, and that's a good thing to see as we head to some very crucial playoff games, or from district games, as we extend to this later half of this week and next week. This Friday, play Leander at home, really looking for a win. If Liberty Hill can win their last 4 district games here, I really see no possibility where they don't make the playoffs. Sherburne back on the mound for the Panthers here in the bottom of the 3rd. Has been really good in his last 8 innings of work. The 2 tonight, the 6 before that at Rouse last Friday, excuse me. Getting my days mixed up here. Sherburne and Neely not on the same page there. Sherburne will tell Neely something. Neely will jog back behind the plate. And we'll look to start the bottom of the 3rd inning here, facing Cale Cochran. Sherburne, wind up, first pitch. Fastball, grounded, up the middle, through the hole, and Cochran will have a leadoff single for the Mustangs. Should be no issue for the Panther defense and Sherburne. Mustangs have had base runners in the first 2 innings. Sherburne able to leave them stranded. Now, looks like Jake Carter, the leadoff hitter for the Mustangs. Liberty Hill looking for a ground ball double play here. Sherburne working from the stretch with a runner on first base. First pitch, fastball, strike 1. Sherburne checks Cochran on first base. And the pitch, that curveball in the dirt. Good block by Neely. Brings the count to 1-1. Mustangs looking to respond as the Panthers jumped out to an early 10-0 lead here. Looking to respond. That pitch hit hard down the right field line. Foul. Now Carter with a 1-2 count. Sherburne with a 1-2 count on Carter. I'm expecting a curveball here. Sherburne, fastball in the dirt, gets by Neely. Cochran will get to second base. Now the Mustangs will have a runner in scoring position for the top of their order. Sherburne, set now, back on the rubber. Now set. Pitch. Fastball. Hit weakly into left field. Maxwell able to get it. Able to get it for out number 1. Cochran will stay on second base. Now, 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. We'll bring up Jake Becker, the Mustang second baseman.
Jake Becker.
As I'll adjust that camera so we can see the catcher a little bit better there. Once again, sorry about that camera angle. We are unable to set it behind the plate tonight due to spacing. We're over here by the Panther dugout. This pitch from Sherburne. First pitch curveball. Hits Becker in the head. And he'll jog down to first base. And now, Mustangs will have runners on first and second for Sherburne. That curveball just got away from Sherburne. Doinked. I'll say hit instead. Hit Becker right on the helmet. He's just fine. He's laughing it off a little bit with the home plate umpire there. Ball hit his helmet and popped straight up into the air. And now we'll bring up number 7, Luke Nail. Nail, the most dangerous Mustang hitter. Believe he's committed to a junior college somewhere. Can't quite remember off the top of my head. And he'll look to start something here for the Mustangs. Sherburne will look to stop him in his tracks. Pitch here. That fastball grounded to Maldonado to second base. Unable to get knocked. They're going to score at home. Good throw by Cash Durkin. They'll get him at home. for a unconventional double play. Let's see, that'll be a 6-4-3-2 double play. That's something you don't see too often. A 6-4-3-2 double play as a ground ball to Maldonado. Able to get the put out at second base. Threw it to Durkin. Nail was safe at first. And then Carter trying to score there on trying to get some confusion. Durkin able to see it. Threw it to Neely, the catcher, the two. And they'll get the out at home for a 6-4-3-2 double play here. We're going to head to the fourth inning here at Sears Field. And you are listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Texas, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who play high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back here to Marble Falls High School. Panthers able to keep the Mustangs at 0 in that bottom half of the third inning. And now they'll bring the 7, 8, 9 hitters in Maxwell, Stavinoa, and Neely back to the plate to face the reliever, Bryce Atkinson. Liberty Hill has done almost everything right tonight, has had solid defense and just amazing offense tonight off their starting pitcher for the Mustangs, Hudson McBride. McBride unable to ever really stop the Panther offense, holding them to 1 run in the top of the second. Panthers able to put up 4 in the first, 5 in the third, and they'll look to extend their lead here in the top of the fourth. That throw from Roman down to Carter. And now Maxwell head to the plate to start the inning here. I keep a rolling. Playing some good music here at Sears Field. Got myself singing a few times.
Number 3, Chase.
Now Maxwell at the plate. Atkinson on the mound for the Mustangs, who will look to stop the scoring onslaught from Liberty Hill. Atkinson working from the stretch, set. They'll call time at home plate. Home plate umpire is going to go out and discuss something with Atkinson. Coach Porter is also going to head out there. He doesn't seem too happy about whatever this may be. It's something about the way Atkinson's coming set, it appears. Looks like Porter understands. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. I can't read the guy real well. Anyways, Atkinson will have a second attempt here at this first pitch to Maxwell. Atkinson now set. Pitch to Maxwell. First pitch fastball in there. Strike 1. Maxwell back in the box with an 0-1 count. Pitch from Atkinson. Fouled back. Works the count to 0-2. Maxwell will look to stay alive here at 0-2. (0-2) count here. Pitch. High fastball. Works the count to 1-2. Atkinson set. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Maxwell way out in front of it, and he'll strike out for out number 1. After the strikeout by Maxwell, Jack Stavinoa will head to the plate. Stavinoa, the starting right fielder tonight, will look to continue his success at the plate so far. First pitch from Atkinson. Fastball. Called strike one. Atkinson calls time here. He looked in a little bit of discomfort after he threw that pitch. Maybe, maybe not. He looks good now. Maybe. Yeah, I guess he's good. 0-1 count here to Stavinoa. Atkinson now set. Delivers. That fastball. Same spot as the first one. Called strike two. Stavinoa with an 0-2 count. Will look to reach base. Neely on deck. Maldonado in the hole. That pitch. High fastball. Stavinoa with a 1-2 count now. Mustangs all night have been unable to attack the zone on that 0-2 count, throwing pitches way out of the zone, not even challenging the Panther hitters, as that ball is hit deep into right field, over the head of the right fielder. It'll bounce off the wall. Stavinoa will head for two, and he'll be up with a leadoff double. Not a leadoff, but a stand-up double, excuse me. Good swing there from Stavinoa. Able to hit that over the right fielder's head in Luke Nail.
Catcher Garrett Neely.
After that double there, brings up number 2, Garrett Neely, the catcher, swinging a hot bat tonight. A double in his first at-bat, a RBI single in his second. He'll face Atkinson for the first time. First pitch, fastball, hit hard, down the third baseline, just foul. Neely's being aggressive, was swinging from the get-go on that one. Neely with the runner in scoring position will look to add on an additional run here for the Panthers here in the top of the fourth inning. Atkinson set. We'll check Stavinoa. Pitch to the plate. Curveball behind Neely. Stavinoa will advance to third. And now anything past the infield will score a run for Liberty Hill. Neely with a 1-1 count after that curveball behind him. Atkinson now set. Neely looking to drive in Stavinoa. Pitch. That fastball, little low and outside, called strike two. Neely will have to protect the plate here in his third at-bat. Atkinson set. Pitch here. That curveball in the dirt, Neely a good job not to swing at that. And now he'll have a 2-2 count. Neely looking to drive in an additional run for Liberty Hill here in this at-bat. Pitch from Atkinson. That fastball high. Stavinoa will run in here. He'll score. And now Liberty Hill will lead 11-0 here. Starting to get chilly out here in Marble Falls as the sun has fallen, and we have a fairly strong wind out of the north. It's supposed to reach the low 40s tonight, and will not feel like spring here for at least a few days. Pitch here from Atkinson to Neely. Fastball outside. He'll jog down to first base. Good plate discipline by Neely there in that at-bat. They're going to keep Neely in here, and he'll run for himself, as it looks like Liberty Hill will be making some big defensive substitutions next inning.
Your attention, please. Now batting for the Panthers, number 11, Trent Eller.
Kind of a weird PA announcement there. They asked for your attention, please. Thought there may have been a weather alert or some sort of notice. Instead, it was just a regular. Now batting, Trent Eller. Eller will be hitting here for Maldonado. So Liberty Hill's going to try to get all of these guys some playing time tonight, as they're out to an early 11-0 lead. I believe in high school it's 10 after 5, if not 10 after 4. Liberty Hill will look to end this ball game as soon as they can and make the return trip to Liberty Hill about 40 minutes or so away. Atkinson will pick Neely. Neely back in time. Eller at the plate, making a pinch hitting appearance. Will look to succeed here in his limited opportunities thus far. They'll pick Neely again. Neely once again back in time. Atkinson set. Pitch to Eller. That fastball in the dirt. Neely goes. Neely up in time. That first pitch fastball in the dirt brings the count to 1-0 for Eller. Facing Atkinson for his first at-bat of the game. Atkinson now set. Checks Neely. Pitch. That fastball in there for strike one to Eller. One count for Eller. Trying to drive in Neely on second base. Pitch. That fastball in the dirt. Neely will stay at second base. And now Eller with a 2-1 count. Atkinson, a fairly slow worker on the mound, is taking his time here against Eller. Now set. He'll check Neely. Now he'll go to the plate. That fastball, Eller way out in front of it, brings the count to 2-2. Pitch here. That curveball called strike 3 for out number 2. Eller will sit down after watching that curveball called strike 3, and Blay will head to the plate. He'll be hitting for Andon Thomas. While we have a quick moment here, we'd like to thank Academy Sports and Outdoors for being the presenting sponsor of Vype Live this spring. For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to gear up and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Gear up this spring at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Once again, thank you to Academy Sports and Outdoors for being the presenting sponsor of Vype Live this spring. Now Neely still on second base with 2 outs here in the inning. And Brody Blay will take his first at bat of the game. Facing Atkinson. He's done a good relief job for the Mustangs. They're going to pick Neely. Neely back in time. They throw that ball into center field. Neely has been instructed to stay at second base. Marble Falls High School, located on the east side of town, off of 1174. Once again, in a beautiful spot here when it is daytime. Really beautiful scenery all around it. Neely will advance there on that pass ball on that first pitch to Blay. And now Blay will have a 1-0 count with a runner on third base in Neely. Liberty Hill once again looking to advance to 7-4 in district play with a win tonight. And they're pretty certain to do that based on how this game has been going so far. Blay with a 2-0 count now. The Mustangs really trying to get out of this inning. Atkinson, set. Pitch to Blay. Fastball. Called strike one. Atkinson, pitch here to Blay. That one hit into right field. Nail unable to make the catch. Neely will score. Blay will have a stand-up double. Liberty Hill will now lead 12-0 here. They're gonna give time here for Blay to go give his shin guard to Coach Jordan Johns on first base. Blay able to hit that ball hard into right field, just out of the reach of Luke Nail, the Mustang right fielder. Now Knox back in the box.
Second baseman Jackson Knox.
In his fourth at bat tonight, facing Atkinson for the second time. That fastball, low, brings the count to 1-0. Atkinson checks Blay, goes to the plate. That fastball hit hard by Knox in the left field. Blay will score on this one. Knox will head to second, and he'll have another double here. And Liberty Hill will now lead 13-0. Liberty Hill offense has really come out in grows tonight. Really good sign as we head into our last three district plays. We'll play Leander at home. We will then play this Friday. We'll play Leander at home. This next Tuesday we'll play Georgetown at home, and then next Friday we'll play Glenn at away to stop our district campaign. You can join us here for those games. We'll all be at 7 o'clock. We'll be live about 10 minutes before those first pitch. We'd love to have you listen on here. Now runner still on second base for Dyer. First pitch to Dyer, fastball, called strike one. If you're just joining us, Liberty Hill currently leading 13-0 here in this District 25 5A matchup, looking to take home their 7th district win of the year. As Dyer swings on that curveball, and it'll work the count to 0-2. In between this middle fourth here, I will look to see if any of our district results have come in once again. Rouse playing Eastview tonight, Leander playing Georgetown, Cedar Park playing Glenn. The most important game for Liberty Hill, per se, is Leander and Georgetown, looking for a Leander win there to move. We'd be tied for 4th with Georgetown. And then we play Georgetown on Tuesday. If we can get a win, we would then have a near lock for a playoff spot, assuming we can beat Glenn on Friday night, next Friday night. That's the hopes for Liberty Hill. there's several options here, as any team can actually still win the district. It's still possible, as 5 teams can win District 25 5A. As that fastball is grounded up the middle, they'll throw to third base, and Knox will stay at third. Atkinson grounded hard to Atkinson. He threw it to third, overthrew third base, instead of opting to take the easy out at first. And now, with 2 outs, still 2 outs, Liberty Hill now with runners on the corners for Cade Noonschwander.
Third baseman Cade Noonschwander.
Nothing going right tonight for the Mustangs. I mean, in their first game against Liberty Hill, they at least made the game look competitive. Tonight, these teams are on different levels. You love to see that as a Liberty Hill fan. It's almost been a hard game to watch tonight. As you know, this Mustang team is just not having it out there on the field. First pitch fastball there, fouled back by Noonschwander. Noonschwander looking to drive in Knox on third base. Keep his bat alive. Pitch here. The fastball bounces in the dirt. Dyer will advance to second. Knox will stay at third. Now a 1-1 count to Noonschwander. As we approach 8:45 here at Sears Field. Pitch here from Atkinson. That one hit through the gap. I'll score 1 run, and they'll score 2. Liberty Hill will now lead 15-0, and that actually may help our chances of this game being called, because I believe it's at least 15 after 4. So if Liberty Hill can now shut out the Mustangs, whenever this top of the 4th inning will lead, or will end, this top of this inning will end eventually. If Liberty Hill can shut out the Mustangs in the bottom of the 4th, I believe that will be ball game. Not sure what we're discussing here. Are they going to? I think the Mustangs here may be saying a runner didn't touch a base. Maybe. It's the only thing I can think of seeing here. And I think the Mustangs are just looking for any possible outs here. Home plate umpire is going to go explain whatever's going on here to Coach Tyler Porter for the Mustangs. Not sure exactly what's going on. My only guess is the way Atkinson was acting on the mound, that they're going to say someone didn't touch third base. Maybe. I actually have no idea here. This is a fairly long conversation. I'm not sure what the topic was. Whatever it was, it's not going to change anything. Liberty Hill will still lead 15-0 here. And now, it looks like Noonschwander's on second base still. And Durkin comes to the plate. Atkinson trying to get the Mustangs out of this inning. Liberty Hill, when this top half is over, will look to shut out the Mustangs for a district matchup. Atkinson, first pitch to Durkin. Fastball in the dirt. 4-1. Atkinson just needs to throw strikes here. Let the Panthers hit into an out somewhere. Try to get this game over as fast as possible. One-0 count to Durkin. They'll check Noonschwander at second base. He'll be back in time. If you're just joining us, Liberty Hill currently leading 15-0 here in the top of the 4th. Just an just an absolute offensive performance here from Liberty Hill, and a great not working on the mound so far by Connor Sherburne. This game has elapsed about an hour and 45 minutes. Liberty Hill has probably been at the plate for about an hour and 20 of that. Sherburne able to hold the Mustangs to no earned runs, as Atkinson has now throwing 3 straight fastballs, all in the dirt to Durkin. And Durkin will now have a 3-0 count. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a green light here. Just trying to ground into some ground balls or pop out here. That fastball's not even close to strike zone. And Durkin will jog down to first base. Liberty Hill now has a runner on first and second. And it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter here at number 13, Everett Huddleston. Looks like Coach Tyler Porter is going to go talk to Atkinson. Atkinson's been struggling with control in these last few hitters. And when he has had the control, the hitters have made him pay with hard line drives into the outfield. Looks like this is just going to be another stalling tactic, or we may actually have a pitching change here, I'm not sure. Whoever was in the bullpen is now heading out of the bullpen. Not sure if we're going to get a change here, if this is just another stall, as we saw in the first pitching visit here. Looks like this one's just going to be a stall. Coach Porter happy with what he said. And now, looks like we'll continue here with Everett Huddleston at the plate. Huddleston will get his first at bat here against Atkinson. Runners on first and second for Liberty Hill. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Huddleston will get his first at bat of the game here. Atkinson set. Checks Noonschwander. First pitch. Fastball. Swung on and missed by Huddleston. 4-1. Huddleston trying to capitalize his limited opportunities. We'll look to get a base hit and score a run here in this at-bat. That fastball grounded off of Huddleston. We have a foul ball. 4-2. And hit Huddleston in the upper ankle. And now he'll have an 0-2 count. Atkinson will look to strike him out and end this top half of the inning for the Mustangs. Atkinson set. Pitch. Fastball fouled back by Huddleston. (0-2) count to Huddleston with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Liberty Hill with runners on first and second. Pitch to Huddleston. Hit hard into left field. Past the left fielder. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Huddleston will have a stand-up 2 RBI double. Liberty Hill will now lead 17-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. Once again, the Mustangs just have nothing going for them right now. And it looks like Coach Porter here has seen enough from Atkinson, and he'll bring in another reliever to try to relieve him of his duties. We're going to take a short break here during this pitching change, and we'll be back here in about 60 seconds. You're listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Honey, isn't it amazing?
What?
The sacrifice, the dedication, the grit. I mean, they really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Today's high school athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes.
Well, who?
The officials.
Oh.
Today's student athletes are truly special, but there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games too, like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all? We need more qualified high school officials here in Texas. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Ralph!
Yeah!
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Welcome back here to Sears Field at Marble Falls High School, where the Mustangs have brought on Ryan Rodriguez to try to get the Mustangs out of this so far 7-run top half of the fourth. Liberty Hill has just been, everything's been going for him at the plate. Double home run from Durkin in the first. Single RBI, stolen base, double hit. I mean, the Panther offense is alive and well here in Marble Falls. Something you really, as I've said many times tonight in this broadcast, something you really love to see as we head into the next two tough district games. Not necessarily must wins, but 2 wins against Leander and Georgetown would ensure a playoff spot, and that's something Liberty Hill is sure hoping for as this Friday night and next Tuesday night. You can join us for those games here on Vype Live. I will be doing the broadcast. We'll go live about 10 minutes before those games, both those games kicking off around 7 o'clock. So 6:50 on Friday and Tuesday, both at home. We'd love to have you there, either in person or online viewing this broadcast. As Rodriguez here should be finishing his warm-up routine. Looks like Tyler Williams will get the pinch hit nod. Williams pinch hitting for Stavinoa will face Rodriguez. In both players, first Williams first at bat, Rodriguez first opponent faced. There's a better phrase for that. I'm just blanking on it right now. Batter faced. Yeah, that sounds right. Anyways, first pitch Rodriguez here. Fastball swung on and missed by Williams for strike 1. Liberty Hill with a runner on base and Everett Huddleston after his double into the left center field gap. That brought it up across 2 runs for the Panthers. Rodriguez here. That pitch. Out that fastball. Off the plate. Brings the count to 1-1. One count for Williams. Pitch from Rodriguez. That fastball hit into center field by Williams. It's down. Huddleston will stay at third base. And now Liberty Hill will have runners on the corners for Garrett Neely, who will face Rodriguez for the first time. Looks like the home plate umpire is going to tell Williams something here. They're going to say he threw the bat. Sheriff. Umpire will say he's okay. I'm going to guess, the way the umpire said that, I'm going to guess that bat hit him on Williams' little dislodge there. But now runners on first and third for the Panthers with Neely at the plate. First pitch fastball swinging hard through the gap. And now another RBI single for Neely. And Liberty Hill will now lead 18-0. This is getting a little bit extreme here in Marble Falls. Liberty Hill just keeps putting the ball in play and keeps bringing across runs. Rodriguez will look to retire Eller here, facing Rodriguez for his first time. First pitch to Eller. That fastball high brings the count to ball 1. And now I'm trying to play the game of trying to remember in this 8-run inning who the 2 outs were. I will tell you I cannot remember. So, Mustangs looking for a third as this pitch to Eller. Off the plate, works the count to 2-0. Once again, I said this earlier, Liberty Hill has probably spent 80% of this game at the plate as the defense has just been dominant off a strong pitching performance from Connor Sherburne. That one by Eller, hit into center field, right at the center fielder, able to make the catch for out number 3. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 4th inning, where I believe if Liberty Hill shuts out the Mustangs, that would be a run rule, and Liberty Hill would get this district ball game. You are listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Texas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Well, welcome back here to Sears Field in Marble Falls. And as I kind of predicted, Connor Sherburne had not been on the mound in about 50 minutes or so I almost assumed a reliever would be coming in. And this is going to be a unfamiliar name for those of you just joining us this year in Cole Jefferson. Jefferson, a big part of the pitching staff last year, has just been a little bit, has not made many appearances this year, and he'll look to get a comeback. He'll try to start a little bit of a district comeback here. I hear he had a little bit of a weak preseason schedule, a few bad performances, and has just been trying to get back into the swing of things. And he'll get an appearance here against the Mustangs with an 18-run cushion. He'll look to retire the Mustangs 1-2-3 here. Jefferson runs a fastball curveball, and he'll face Zamaripa in his second plate appearance. That first pitch fastball high for ball one. Jefferson working from the stretch. Now set. Second pitch, fastball in there. Fouled back into the parking lot. Works the count to 1-1. Home plate umpire will call for game balls. Now 1-1 count for the Mustang hitter. As that curveball, 12-6, just falls into the zone for strike two. Hitter is Zamaripa. And now he has a 1-2 count. That pitch, fastball high, works the count to 2-2. Two count for Zamaripa facing Jefferson. Jefferson, pitch here. That fastball high, works count to full. Jefferson will look to find the zone with this one and get the first out of the bottom half of this fourth inning. That fastball finds his zone, grounded to Maldonado, able to make the play, fields it cleanly, throw over to McCoy at first base for out number one. Now we'll bring up Rio Suarez, I believe. Yeah, Rio Suarez will get a plate appearance here against Jefferson. As these Mustangs have, Mustangs have only got 2 plate appearances tonight, if that. Just been held to nothing, only 1 hit allowed so far in the game according to the scoreboard. And I'd have to believe that. And Jefferson is looking to get the, once again, another non-save save opportunity. Non-save as currently a save would not be defined as with an 18-run lead, but it is kind of like a save situation as if we close out this inning here. I do believe the ball game is over, as it should be 15 runs after 4 in high school. It's definitely 10 runs after 5. I can assure you with that one, as Liberty Hill did it to Marble Falls in their first appearance, or in their first game at Liberty Hill. Jefferson, first pitch to Suarez here. High fastball, popped up. Left fielder coming in on it. Maxwell unable to make the catch. And Albee and Suarez will reach on that error by Maxwell. Now hitting is the senior Bryson Bethune. Bethune will be a pinch hitter. He'll look to get an opportunity here. Maybe he was waiting for his walk-up song. I'm gonna say that's his guess. It's his walk-up song. He's now playing, and now he steps into the box. Liberty Hill looking for a ground ball that'll play to end this ball game. If you remember, we had a 6-4-3-2 double play earlier in this ball game. They'll look for another one here. That fastball high for ball one. Jefferson wants a new ball out there on the mound. He'll get one here. And he'll face Bethune with a 1-0 count. Jefferson from the stretch with Suarez on first base. Pitch, fastball in the zone for strike one. Oh, I have a second here. I'm going to check if any district scores have come in. It looks like nothing has. Yeah, nothing has come in yet, as that curveball is fouled back by Bethune. But we'll definitely be sure to keep checking, and at the end of this ball game, we'll do one last check to see how our district standings are look as we get closer and closer to this playoff season. Jefferson with a 1-2 count to Bethune, taking a sign from Carson Riley, who subbed in at the beginning of this fourth inning. Some other defensive substitutions. It looks like Taylor Gutierrez at second base, Cade McCoy at first. Our third baseman looks to still be Noonschwander. Our outfield looks to be the same as well. That fastball called strike three for out number two. Kind of a awkward strikeout call there. Umpire just called it as a normal strike. May have not known the strike. May have not known the out there. That's a weird walk-up song there, I'm not going to lie. But now at the plate, I think it's McBride. Jefferson, first pitch, high fastball. Ball one. It is McBride. And with 2 outs here, I believe the Panthers are 1 out away from the win in this district ball game. Jefferson, set. Here's the pitch. That fastball hit out of play for strike one by McBride. Works it to a 1-1 count. Be sure to stick with us after the end of this game. We'll have a short post-game analysis before we go offline here in Marble Falls. That curveball finds a zone for strike two. A 1-2 count for McBride. Jefferson, set. Here's the pitch. That fastball hit into right field by McBride. Right fielder is there to make the catch for out number 3. And I'm going to stay right here as I believe this is ball game. Maybe. Maybe not. No. No. Okay. Looks like we're going to play my, my rules. Apparently I don't know the rules very well. But we're going to head to the top of the 5th. I do know that after 5, this game can be called. So it looks like we're going to have to play one more here in Marble Falls. And then Panthers will be able to head back to Liberty Hill. We're going to take a quick 30-second break here as you are listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Honey, isn't it amazing?
What?
The sacrifice, the dedication, the grit. I mean, they really set an example, don't they?
Oh, well, no question. Today's high school athletes are truly special.
Not the athletes.
Woohoo.
The officials.
Oh.
Today's student athletes are truly special, But there's something pretty great about the men and women who officiate their games too, like the way they're giving back to their communities. Officiating is a terrific way to stay in shape, meet new people, and stay connected to the game you love. But the biggest reason of all? We need more qualified high school officials here in Texas. And without them, the rest of us would have a whole lot less to cheer about. High school games need officials. High school sports need you.
Great call, Ralph!
Yeah!
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Welcome back here to Sears Field in Marble Falls. Liberty Hill leading 18-0 through 4. And we're looking to just finish this game up here in the 5th inning. We're at about 2 hours now in game time. Looking to be one of the Panthers' longest games. And it probably will only go 5 innings. Liberty Hill able to score 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 in the third, and 8 in the fourth. And has just been dominant at the plate today. For the Mustangs, Rodriguez back on the mound. Rodriguez looking to keep the Panther offense, or looking to shut out the Panther offense here. And Liberty Hill looking to shut out the Mustangs in the bottom of the 5th. As I do believe here, after 5, we can call 10 runs. Maybe I was just telling myself 15 in the 4 after 4 to try to get home a little sooner. But I do believe after 5 is 10. This first pitch to Blay, fastball way high. For ball number 1. Marble Falls has mainstay of the Marble Falls fans have left this ball game. Liberty Hill still here, still being the Panther faithful. Now a 1-1 count to Blay. After that, curveball finds a zone. Rodriguez working from the windup. Here's the pitch. That one, Blay swung on and missed. Brings the count to 1-2. Rodriguez now ready. Winds up, delivers. That one chased by Blay. Blay not happy with himself. And that'll be out number 1. Now it looks like Taylor Gutierrez will get a plate appearance. We'll have to check in here with the umpire. Tell that substitution. After Gutierrez, it looks like would be DeMars on deck. We're just waiting for the home plate umpire to mark this substitution for Gutierrez here. And we'll be good to go. Gutierrez will get his first plate appearance that I can remember in a long time against Rodriguez for the Mustangs. Gutierrez now in the box. First pitch from Rodriguez. Curveball, strike 1. Rodriguez winds up, and the pitch. That fastball in the dirt. Gutierrez at the plate, watches it. It works the count to 1-1. That pitch outside for ball 2. 2-1 count for Gutierrez. Pitch here from Rodriguez. That fastball hits the shortstop Carter. Carter unable to field it cleanly, and Gutierrez, will reach first on the air. I mean, the Mustangs just unable to do anything tonight. Nothing going their way. And Liberty Hill just, even with pulling out the deep substitutes here, still looking like they're able to score. Once again, waiting for a substitution as Colby DeMars now at the plate. He'll face Rodriguez with Gutierrez on first base. Rodriguez working from the stretch with Gutierrez on first. First pitch to DeMars, high for ball one. DeMars only a freshman, one of two freshmen on this Liberty Hill team. The other one being the pitching prodigy Blaze Milam. Rodriguez set, pitch to DeMars. That fastball also high, brings the count to 2-0. 2-0 count for DeMars, facing Rodriguez. Pitch, that fastball, hit into left field. Left fielder going back. And that ball is off the fence. And Gutierrez will hold at second. DeMars with a single off the wall in left field. That ball almost out of here. And now with runners on first and second, Ryan Roden will head to the plate. Roden now is hitting for Noonschwander, I believe. As Liberty Hill will let anyone and everyone now get a plate appearance against Rodriguez. Runners on first and second, only one out here in the top of the fifth. Ryan Roden will get his first plate appearance of the year. Roden, a PO this season. He's really only been used on the mound, and I believe this is his first at-bat of the district series. First pitch, fastball, called strike one. Roden getting a little bit of heat from the Panther dugout, telling him to swing. All fun and games for the Panthers at this point. That fastball, high, brings the count to 1-1. Starting to really get chilly here. I find myself really wanting this game to just find a way to be over now, as this outcome is clearly decided. But we'll stay on live here for all you friends, families, Panther baseball fans listening on here. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. We'd like to invite you to join us this Friday as we play Leander in a very big game for Liberty Hill. Leander currently at the top of District 25 5A. Liberty Hill needing all the wins they can get for their playoff contention. As Roden swings past that fastball for out number 2, he'll jog back into the dugout, and Cade McCoy will head to the plate. If you've been listening to these broadcasts, sometimes unable to find the link, I always post the link on Twitter. My Twitter is Hebner Jason, HIEBNER, Jason, JASON. You can always find the links to these Vype broadcasts there, or on Vype.com. Go to your Austin area, type in Liberty Hill, and should be the top link as they are dated. Now with 2 outs now here in the top of the 5th, they'll bring up Cade McCoy to the plate. McCoy has runners on first and second, and he'll get a plate appearance here against Ryan Rodriguez of the Mustangs. Pitch from Rodriguez, that fastball high. First pitch ball. Rodriguez, pitch here. That fastball in there for a strike. Brings the count to 1-1. Excuse me there. Pitch to McCoy. Fastball high. And now McCoy with a 2-1 count. Gutierrez on second base. DeMars on first base for the Panthers. Rodriguez and the Mustangs trying to get out of this inning with this one. That pitch, that fastball, high, brings the count to 3-1. Liberty Hill trying to score some runs here and head to the bottom of the 5th, shut out the Mustangs, and win this game with 10 runs after 5. This pitch, that fastball, way high. Rodriguez just can't find the zone here. And now the bases will be loaded for number 3, Chase Maxwell. Maxwell will face Rodriguez for the first time, I believe, with the bases loaded here. McCoy on first, DeMars on second, Gutierrez on third. First pitch to Maxwell, high fastball. Rodriguez, I mean, everything's high right now. He'll have to make an adjustment on the mound right there, or he'll face, walking in, a Panther batter. This pitch from Rodriguez in the zone. Maxwell pops up out of play for strike 1. One count for now Chase Maxwell. 2 outs here in the top of this 5th inning. Pitch here. That fastball, once again, high. Maxwell now with a 2-1 count. Wind blowing pretty good right now. Out of the north, as a little cold front moves in, brings our temperatures into the mid-40s tonight. That pitch in the zone. Maxwell hits deep down the left field line, but foul, as that ball would have one-hopped the wall. Now with a 2-2 count, Rodriguez will attack Maxwell with this one for sure. Now, Rodriguez set, bases loaded for Liberty Hill. Maxwell at the plate. Pitch to Maxwell. Popped up, fouled on the third base line. Mustang third baseman just unable to make the play there. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, say he didn't see that one in the lights. Happens to the best of them. Now a 2-2 count still for Maxwell after that ball was fouled. Rodriguez on the mound for the Mustangs, trying to get them out of this inning. Pitch here. Fastball high, brings the count to 3-2. If you're just joining us, Liberty Hill leading 18-0. This is your matchup. Really just looking to get to the end of this one, which should be in the bottom of the 5th after Liberty Hill shuts out the Mustangs. As that ball is hit hard to the first baseman, McBride able to make the play for out number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th, where Liberty Hill should be able, if they can hold the Mustangs, should be able to win on a run roll of 10 after 5. I'm Jason Hebner, and you are listening to Liberty Hill Panther Baseball on Vype Live.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh,
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Texas who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Welcome back here to Sears Field in Marble Falls, where Liberty Hill currently leads 18-0 over the Mustangs here, looking to shut them out here and win this district ball game. As we were away, I checked the district scores here. One district score has come in, been finalized. Drouse able to beat the Eastview Patriots 2-1. That moves them Let me check here. Just to 8-3 in district play. Liberty Hill with the win tonight will move to 7-4. Looking for a rouse for a couple of losses to potentially tie there. Once again, that series would be tied, and I believe we'd go into a play-in game if that comes to it at the end of our district seeding. Now on the mound is Cole Jefferson back on the mound, looking to face the Mustangs here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch, fastball, popped up, in play. Riley going back for it, unable to make kind of diving catch as he falls into the backstop. He looks to be okay. Maybe. No, he's just adjusting his catcher gear. He looks to be okay. Yeah, he says he's good. Just unable to make that tough catch. Not hit very high. Would have been a spectacular defensive catch if he was able to make that. That brings to an 0-1 count to Roman. That pitch is fouled into the Mustang dugout. And Jefferson will have an early 0-2 count to Roman. Jefferson now set, facing Roman. That curveball hit up the middle. Jefferson able to get out of the way of that scorcher, and Roman will reach first base there. That leadoff single by Roman brings up Cale Cochran. Liberty Hill will look to keep the Mustangs at 0. Keep the shutout alive here. Jefferson, pitch. That fastball in there, strike 1. Jefferson looks good through 1 inning of work here. Look to keep it going here in his 2nd inning of work. Jefferson checks Roman, goes to the plate. That one fouled back by Cochran. Now, Cochran with an 0-2 count, facing Jefferson. Jefferson checks Roman on first. Pitch to Cochran. High fastball. Cochran able to lay off of it. We'll work the count to 1-2. We're at about 2 hours and 25 minutes here of game time. This game looking to be the longest of the Panthers district season, mainly due to the high offensive output from their offense. Roman back in time there. A common stat you see in like the NBA is called is possession arrow, or even in football you see possession. If we're talking possession as offensive defense, as Cochran just watches a beautiful curveball for out number 1. Liberty Hill has probably been at offense 80%, 85% of this ball game, and it's just something you don't see in baseball. It really shows how the Mustangs have just not been able to do anything tonight, really on either end. Jefferson now set, 1 out now. That fastball in there, working on, waiting for him to turn here if I can see the number, working on Carter. Carter, the leadoff hitter, in his 3rd at bat here in the bottom of the 5th. Jefferson now set. Pitch to Carter. That ball grounded to Noonschwander. Noonschwander able to feel it cleanly. We'll go to 2nd. Won't be able to turn it there, but we'll have a 6-4 putout, and now we'll have 2 outs here, as Jefferson will face Jake Becker here, trying to retire this ball game. Liberty Hill should win this ball game here if we can retire Becker, as it should be 15 after, or 10 after 5 really, and it should be the end of this ball game. First pitch, high for ball 1 to Becker. Jefferson taking a sign from Riley. Pitch. Grounded to Maldonado. They'll toss it to Gutierrez for out number 3. And that should be our ball game. Yes. Not seeing any react. Yes, that's going to be our ball game here. Liberty Hill able to beat the Mustangs 18-0 on a strong offensive and defensive performance from both sides. The Liberty Hill able to just beat the ball. No, that's a bad phrase. Liberty Hill able just to pound the ball at the plate to win this ball game 18-0. For all the people at Vype Live, I am Jason Hebner. Thanks to my QA, Nate Nunez. And have a good rest of your night.